Hello, I recently did a video about B-Chunk where I showed how I could separate the raw audio data and the regular data from an ISO or a bin and queue, and I could throw it into a folder and then I can convert the audio later if I wanted to. That day and any day I've been alive before that, I've never had the ability to mount anything in Linux except an ISO, not a bin and queue or anything else. Back around the year 2010, people were using a program that had come out that was able to mount bin images and Nero images and also IMGs, I believe. It's called Furious ISO Mount. Now, this program was off the radar for a while because it hadn't been updated, but in recent years, someone has finally updated this to a newer version of Python 3 and GTK 3, so it's able to run on modern systems. The major problem I had with this program is the fact that it's able to mount bin images but not cue sheets. So if you have a cue sheet for a mixed mode CD that describes where the data track is and where the audio track is, you will be able to mount the data, but you'll never be able to mount the audio. I've done a lot of digging. I've been on forums and YouTube, and a lot of that just mentions the mount command. I've also looked in the software manager and been on FlatHub. I've seen other programs, but I've never seen anything about what I'm about to show you right now. The other day, I bumped into this great program called CDMU. Now, this program is able to mount almost anything in Linux. It's amazing, even mixed mode bin and queues. Now, all you have to do to get this program, I got this off their homepage, you enter these two first commands and then you enter this last line. I threw that one in myself and it worked fine. So GCDMU is the GUI interface for CDMU, otherwise it's a command line program. So let me show you this remarkable program right now. This program gives you a virtual device immediately when you first start it. And I'm going to show you what's so amazing. When you click load and go down to the bottom of the window, these are the images that you can load. My mouse is a little screw up, so bear with me here. Wish this had a scroll bar. Okay, yeah, but basically this is able to load a heck of a lot of images. And there shouldn't be any type of images that you can't load in Linux anymore, including Alcohol 120 and Nero images. The other day, I went onto a website called myabandonware.com and I was able to get Nerf Arena Blast. Now, when I had this program before, it was like 99 megabytes, but I found out that was a ripped version. I was able to get the full ISO off this website, and I kept thinking to myself, wouldn't it be great if I was actually able to mount this ISO instead of just using bin chunk to rip it apart? I'm going to show you how incredibly easy it is to mount this or anything else. But this is a two-step process. The first thing you're going to do is load this program, click on the device and click load. Okay, this is on my desktop, so I'm going to go into this folder and click the cue sheet and click open. Now, the reason you're seeing two windows open here, this one is the data, that one's the audio. Let's try playing a track. Okay, so you get the point. Okay, so I showed you the first step to get an image mounted properly, but there's one more step. Now what you're going to have to do is go look at where it says device 00, click on that, and where it says SCSI CD-ROM device up here, make sure you memorize what the device label is. /dev/sr1, that's all you need to know. If it says something different on yours, all you need to do is this. Oh, if you don't already have a CD-ROM directory, the only thing you need to do is this. Sudo mkdir/mnt/CD-ROM. But, now the way that just mounted, It just mounted as an actual CD-ROM. So the very next thing you need to do is go into Wine CFG. Click here where it says drives. Now I'm using a fresh virtual drive for this. Now, okay, I'm going to make this drive D. I don't figure drive E really matters. But I'm still trying to figure out if it mounts these as 1 or 2 devices. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Under type, you want to switch it over to CD-ROM. And then, oh, for the path, you can just browse it if you like. Click apply and OK. Okay, I don't care where it installs. Let's go. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, I went ahead and set all this up to prevent boring the crap out of you guys too much. You want to make sure you select Direct 3D as the renderer, and I went ahead and put it in 1080p, lowered the sound, and then you also have to set the movement keys to WAS and D. Okay, here's the deal. This is about to play analog music off the original CD. That's what it thinks it's accessing, but there is one slight bug I haven't been able to work around. The music absolutely always plays at full volume. The volume slider for the music inside the game never works ever. So what you have to do is Alt-Tab or hit the window key, right-click on Sound Preferences, go to Applications, and just lower it in here. When it's running, you'll see a slider, and I've already done this, so it already memorized it. Now, I'm just going to escape out of this video because we really don't feel like watching it. Trust me, you're not missing much. Now, welcome to the only first-person shooter where no one ever actually dies. This also uses Unreal Engine 1. I'm a terrible shot, so I'll just say that before anyone else does. Oh yeah, I remember the slides. This is why I wanted to try this again. Why am I stuck? Whoa, cool. That was fun. Nice, I actually hit somebody for once. So this is how this pretty much goes. It's fairly basic, I'd say, but I still like this. And I played this a long time ago. So I was just hoping I could find it someplace on the internet, and I got lucky. Yeah, these bots really aren't that great. Okay, that's all I really feel like showing for now. Okay, I'm not sure what else needs to be said in this one, except when you want to unmount the image, you just want to go click on this and click unload. It's that easy. I don't think you need to actually unmount this CD-ROM folder. That happens automatically once the source disappears. And your CD-ROM folder that you make will actually stay there. Boot up after boot up, I found that it hasn't disappeared, so I'm perfectly fine with that. So I wanted to say sorry I haven't done the Star Wars Doom video yet. That one's just going to be basically a total conversion for Doom for Star Wars that's been around for a while now, but at least I got to teach something in this video that I think is really going to resonate with a lot of people who use Linux who have never been able to mount anything except for an ISO. Stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be a TIE Fighter 1998 Windows copy that I put on here, and I get it to run under Wine perfectly. By the way, I'm using Wine version 9.0, and this is all you need to do for the command to install it. Okay, well, I don't know why it didn't save the command I put in here. I got this off the Linux Mint release notes for the new version. And that's all it does, is give you Wine 9.0 and a few menu entries you can work with. But if you're using Wine for special applications, you may want to go through Wine HQ and follow their instructions. You may want to get the dev or the staging version depending on your needs. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you guys really soon in the next one. And just remember, it's Nerf or nothing.